Hello and welcome, Skillet coming to you from X4 Foundations. Today we are taking a look at medium ships, specifically the medium ships you can purchase pretty regularly once you hit level 10 rep. Now this is going to be combat ships. The things that we're not going to have in here are going to be the Cormorant and the Prometheus, which Prometheus can arguably be a combat ship. It is up there with combat performance. We do have one honorable mention that does not fit within this segment of ships, because you have to do a storyline, the Terran storyline, to get access, and you have to make the right decisions. If you don't, then
Corral Kami
is only accessible by boarding, which we were very lucky to get this guy. We did find him in a Xenon infested sector. I was able to have him board in between fending off from Xenon attacks. But there are minute differences between the Karakami and the normal Nemesis. I'll show those to you right now. So we got the Karakami. It is faster. Its hull is very much based off the Vanguard. Its acceleration, its speed, it's all slightly better, except for yaw, pitch, and roll. It has more container storage because, you know, it's the Yaki. They need to be able to get goods to and from. Its crew is 10, which was one more than the Vanguard. But everything else is pretty much the same. Now, we are going to play each one of these ships. We are going to have some combat. We're going to talk about that as we go through it. But each one of these ships, let's go back here, because each one of these ships is set up the same. They all have split combat Mark III all round, and most of them, and not all of them, most of them have Teladi Mark IIIs. This ship cannot have a Teladi Mark III, and if it can't have a Teladi Mark III, it gets the Terran Mark III. So if it's not a Teladi Mark III, it is a Terran Mark III, because the Terran Mark III is slightly not as good as the Teladi. How can we show this? You cannot do that. Nope. 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 There is a way. Is it just in small ships? Yeah, so Teladi Mark III, Terran Mark III. Your recharge delay is less, right? Yes. Your recharge rate is more, but the Teladi have a higher percentage of hit points for their shields. So if it's not a Teladi Mark III, it is a Terran Mark III for that reason. Now, some of these ships, there are Boron ships in here, which we are going to get into those. But we are going to play each one of these ships. We're going to be looking for a like combat scenario. Hopefully, a P with an M. Well, actually, this one has 3 M's. I'm surprised. The last one had 2 N's and an M. But we are looking for a situation like this. A P in 3 small craft. And how we're going to try to get that is we're going to start from the same save for each of these combat scenarios. But without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, a very familiar interior. This is the Hydra. We are going to forego the Hydra Regal because that's what I fly. That's my ship. But we will take out the Hydra. It is going to be very similar, and that's why we're going to do this first. We did lose the P and the M's. There is a lot more action going on now, so we can step into this. We did move all, well, we moved the fleet over here so we could actually get closer to the action, because that's literally what happened. We lost the P and the M's. So,
entering system.
We will be going for these ends. Is the Hydra first. Now, this should perform very similar. The turrets are different on this. Ooh, not a one-shot kill. There we go. Oh, missed. Where'd he go? There, he's on the run. He's on the run. And the turrets are different. We do have the faster firing pulse turrets. And there we go. The Hydra. Look, if you lose your Regal, this thing's your next best choice. It really is. Wrong button. As we travel towards the gate again, not like it's gonna matter. We're just gonna reload from the save. We do have the phase. Did I say pulse? I think I said pulse. We have the phase turrets, which are the faster firing. We have the heavier hitting ion for the main forward guns. This is a ship to reckon with. And before we go, let's just give it a good once run. I do love the look of these engines, right? Hello, scientific or science fiction engines. The turrets are still out. Those two look to be... Yeah, they look like they're looking at the rear. Maybe those are supposed to be rear-facing turrets. And then the one on the bottom to the front. But this was the Hydra. It's an amazing ship. The Hydra Regal's one of my favorites. But let's move on to the next. All right, here we go into...
Thresher.
That's right, the Thresher. Excuse me,
Hello.
Boron. They're a little slow to get off their chairs. I have found that out. Let's get back through there, take on those ends. Now, the Thresher, along with every other gunboat, has one... Well, the Thresher, not so much, but most of the gunboats have a design flaw. And that's most of the turrets are where? On the top. But here, with the Thresher... That was weird. We do have turrets on the bottom.
System. Family ticker.
But most of our turrets, there are, what, 5 up top, 3 on the bottom? We want to keep most of the ships towards our top end. And... Oh, hello. Oh, that was a miss and a half. They have engaged. We are on attack all enemies. Good. I'll go over the turret setup after our little engagement here. Okay. Rotate. Keep that guy. Keep him close to the top. Keep him towards that other one. The one's on the bottom. Oh, my turrets have a longer range than my main gun. Okay, rotate. Keep him at the top. Rotate. Oh, look at those turrets do some work. Boom. Alright, main gun down. Alright. Keep on keeping on. This main gun is inaccurate at best. It is also slow, so... Oh, that was a hit. Boom, he's done. There you are. But look, those turrets. So we do have the ion turrets on most of them. Just like I said in the past video with the Boron combat ships, we have the speedier... I'm not even moving. There we go. Perfect. Boom. 3 down. Well, let's head towards that gate. And just like last time, so we got the ions as most of the turrets. They are heavier hitting, and as you saw, they did a good deal of damage. And then we had the phase turrets for those 2 rear-facing turrets, again for missile defense, just like I talked about in the Boron combat ships. However, the Boron don't have a beam weapon, which would be perfect for missiles. They only have the phase, which is a faster firing weapon, than most of the Boron weapons, but would it work against a missile? That is yet to be determined. I honestly don't think so. I really don't, just because the rate of fire is not there. The missiles move fast. Could it still possibly work for like those dumbfire or those torpedoes? That's a good chance. It's a good chance. But for the smart and the targeting, probably not. But the main gun we had here was the phase cannon itself, which was slow. It was inaccurate. And the slowness, even the projectile speed was slow, which, you know, gave room to that inaccuracy there. But before we do go, let's give this guy just a once run. I do love these Boron engines. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? And look at those turrets just bristle. All right, it's on to the next. All right, let's go to a ship I absolutely despise.
Minotaur.
Yes.
Vanguard.
Hello.
What? Why? Why is this ship a thing? Why was it created? We're gonna thread this needle pretty nice. This ship is kind of dull.
Awaiting orders.
But while we wait, we have split bolts. We have thermal disintegrators because of the bleed through from the shields. This ship is just god awful, right? Its turrets are all on the side. So, as gunboats go, what? Yeah, that's right. I just asked a question. I don't like this ship. I'll use the raiders because they're easy to gather for like a boarding fleet, but this ship on its own is just what I don't. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Look at that bleed through. That was nice. Oh, hello, front. Oh, hello. That was a lot quicker than I thought that was going to be. Let's go for this guy. He looks like he boosted out. Can we take a look at this? That's all turrets. That's all turrets right there. All turrets were firing away. All right, let's turn.
And
slow down. He has. Oh, those bleed through. What the crap? Those bleed throughs. Boom. Okay. Let's look at that one more time. So in the frontal, right? In the frontal attack, we had shots from all 4 turrets? I'm not too sure about that. I might have to rewind and instant replay that, but is it shots from all 4 turrets? This might have, this little exercise might have just changed my mind. And he is using Teladi Mark II, by the way. He's not even using a Terran or... He's not even using the Terran Mark III. Okay. My mind may have just changed about the Minotaur. Will I ever fly it? No. Not unless it's my only medium ship. Will I fly it? But let's go here. Let's see the differences between the Minotaur. Well, the different Minotaurs. Because we've got the Minotaur Raider. We'll spec it out how it is here. Minotaur Sentinel. And of course we are using the Vanguard, like I already mentioned. Vanguards are a little faster than their Sentinel variants, but they do lack a little hull. Let's check them out. So the Raider is slightly faster. Looks like, well, it's a, wow. These are super all close to each other. Yeah, the Raider is a little faster, has more people, only has 2 turrets, though. Only has 2 turrets. The rest of these have 4. Is better with pitch, yeah, it's better with everything for speed, acceleration, travel, strafe, all of that. Has more people, can hold less missiles. So, let's slow down and give this guy just a quick once over. You may have changed my mind, sir. Look at this little exercise actually paying off for something. All right. Off to the next one. All right, and if you can tell, we are on to the next one, and it is
Cerberus. Vanguard.
That's right. Now, this is not the Cerberus from the teaser or the beginning of the video. This is just... yeah, this is a different one. I went with the other one because, you know, the red versus space was kind of a cool... was a cool thing. While we get to the gate, we're going to thread this needle. Again, look at that. Just what a wide opening that is. That's what she said? I don't know what you're talking about. But again, we went with split bolts, thermal disintegrators, just like the Raider, or not, I'm sorry, not like the Raider, but the Minotaur. Let's get in there and take on those M's. And when I say M's, I totally mean N's. I like that they went with the alphabet. I'm also not happy that they went with the alphabet. Could she not use a different letter? Why in the middle of the alphabet? All right, they are coming to us, actually. That bleed through. What are these turrets doing? There we go. Let's backpedal. All right, he's done.
Again.
Where's the other one? He's on our flank. Let's rotate faster. Boom. Oh my gosh.
N.
All right. Here we go. Backpedal. We're not going to backpedal fast enough. But that bottom turret did some work. Alright. Well, how do we, let's just do this. Ah, there we go. We need to go through that gate. Look at that right there. Alright. Well, this is the Cerberus. Let's just do, we are going backwards. Take a once round. Now, the Cerberus, along with the other ships of its similar class, hold a special place. Not because they're quick, not because they're fast, but because they can project power. And they project power with this docking bay. Now, with that being said, what we're going to do so I'm actually going to get out of the seat for a second.
Cerberus. Vanguard.
We're going to go to the docking area. We'll let him fly the ship back. But with this docking area, you can hold... how many ships was it? 2? Either 2 or 3. Serb. We have the Vanguard. We have... okay, yeah. So you can hold 2 ships. So one on the interior, one on the bay. You could have a third lag behind it, because why not? 4 ships better than 3. You have a gun platform, which we saw actually took care of the threat pretty easily. This turret, however weirdly angled it is, because of landing or whatnot, helped, and we saw that. Now, is this a ship that I'm ever going to use? No. Does this ship look like the Bebop? Yes. If you've seen the live action, actually even the anime Cowboy Bebop, that ship is all I think about with this ship. That's all I can see is the Bebop, which is totally why we called the other one the D-Bop, I think. I can't even remember what we named it. But you'll probably see the name in a menu. And you know, this guy's not flying, is he? But that's the Cerberus. An ugly looking monstrosity. Off to the next. Hello, and welcome to the Fishbowl. That's right,
Geon.
the Fishbowl, the Geon. Why did the Terrans think this cockpit was a great cockpit? No. Is it a good cockpit? No. No, it's not. Alright. Well, let's get in there and let's take on those ends. Now, as we get to the gate, we will take a look at the ship. Right, okay, good. Now, we do have the split turrets at the top. And again, just like I talked about, gunships in general have this weird mentality of turrets on top. Literally, nothing on the bottom except for the shields. That has one forward-facing weapon, which we do have the beam. Now, this is the only ship out of the Terrans that's going to have the beam. The other two have their base...
Entering system.
Their base weapons. I went with the beam on this one just because... Why not? I didn't think I'd be looking at ships that well. We have to keep them at the top. Look at those turrets go. Look at that beam. It's... Let's see. It's not on a gimbal. This was a bad idea. Boom. Well, he missed out. Alright, keep them up top. Alright, so let's try to go for this guy. Can I... Boom. Nope, we just burnt that out. Keep the turrets up there. You want to turn circles with me, that's fine. And the turrets killed that third. Look at that. So, yeah, let me explain my thought process behind how I did this one. Let's actually slow down so I could do it. Okay, let's go back here. So we have 4 split bolts. We have 2 lasers. Now, the lasers I put on the rear just in case of missiles. So we could actually put these as missile defense, because beam weapons are king against missiles. It's literally missiles going in a straight line, beam will go bzz, and then destroy missile. The turrets up front are there for those close encounters. I'm sorry for the burp, but those close encounters. But look at that cockpit. What is that teardrop? I can't get past that. I really can't. It's just ugly. And where's my periphery? I can't see anything on the side. But the bolts were there for those close encounters like we just saw. Now, the beam was an interesting choice for me. I don't plan to use this as an out-of-sector craft or anything. All of these ships are going to go into a fleet somewhere soon after this video. All of these ships will be put to use. But the beam, I wasn't expecting much from the beam, and I honestly thought the beam was going to be on a gimbal until I did this. None of the other Terran ships do have the beam. It had one single weapon, forward weapon point, and I said, why not? Let's try out the beam. I'm probably not going to be able to use it. Doesn't matter. This beam is like the Asgard beam, and as you saw, it just rocked. It just rocked ships. It really did. It did. Well, this was the Jihan. Off to the next one. We know what this cockpit is.
Katana.
That is right. We are in the Katana.
Hello there.
Now, a lot of you might use the Katana for your main ship. I am a big fan of the Katana. It is quick. It is not the nimblest, but it is a good all-round ship. Let's take a look at this. We do have split turrets on the top. We have Terran and Sigaris medium or your base kind of weapons. So let's get in there.
Entering system. Family ticker.
Boom. Let's... I gotta slow down, don't I? That took a while. Okay, he's up first. Let's rotate. Well, let's slow down. Let's give those turrets some time. There's the guy right there. Let's just backpedal. Let's kite him. Boom. And then let's go for this guy, which is on his way. It's a head-on collision. Let's do this. Boom. All right. So again, the Katana. A lot of you might use this as your player ship. I mean, look at it. It is iconic. You get this look off of X3. Literally, like, right on the cover of X3 Albion Prelude, this ship is there. It is a mastermind. I mean, look how sleek it is. And then, whenever you show your top profile, look how wide you are. This is actually also used in Teladi Mark II, not even Terran shields. If we used Terran shields, it probably would have held up a little better. But this is an amazing ship. It really is. And the weapons here, the Proton Barrage, the Pulse Proton Barrage. I know we didn't get to that in the beginning, but the split bolts on top. The Katana. And to round out the Terrans,
Falks.
The Falks.
Hello.
I am actually a big fan of this ship. I really am. I do like the Falks. I like the look. Look at those engines. Right in the back. Look at that V. That is a cool design for engines. It is a cool, weird shape. The cockpit is just better placed than the Cerberus. It's got 4 weapons. Its front looks cool. It's the landing deck right on top. Again, it's a 1-to-1. You can have another ship just trailing behind. For why not? 4 ships, always better than 1. However, it does have 2 oddly placed turrets. Now, I'm not even gonna... Yeah, they're just oddly placed. You do have nothing on the bottom but shields, but just oddly placed turrets. So the main goal here, and this is going to be set up just like the Katana. The Pulse, Proton Pulse, the split. Let's get in there and let's go for some ends. Now they should actually go pretty quick, just like the ends did with the Katana. This is a slightly slower ship. Its ability to
Entering system. Family
stop. We're gonna hit this one a little faster. Its ability to stop is actually a lot quicker. just this... I just like the design. I like everything about it. I really do. It's not my top medium ship or M-class ship in its class. That goes to another ship, which we'll get to. Okay. That went a lot faster.
N.
Oh my gosh.
N.
I didn't use my eyes on this guy. Boom. That spread is a lot tighter with them right under the front, right? That spread is a lot tighter. Let's take a look at that one more time. Yeah. I mean, these aren't bad armaments for your ship, as we can see. You have a slower pace, heavy hitting, and then you have the quick pace to keep up. It's not a bad grouping for weapons. But I mean, just look at this. I mean, look, it's... What were the Argon thinking, having a cockpit that can be overshadowed by a craft right in front of it? And if you ever fly the Cerberus and have a ship land on it, you're gonna see, what am I looking at? I could barely see over that ship. But this was the Falks. All right. And here we go. If there's interiors that I just absolutely love, or I think are just cool, it's gonna be Teladi interiors. This is the Peregrine. I don't expect anything fancy out of this ship. I honestly don't. Hopefully it performs as well as the Minotaur. But before we get to that gate, let's go through a quick rundown. Look at this. We have the split weapons again. Its turrets are at an angle. I do like the design of this ship. This is probably one of the cooler designs out of the base game. This again is using Teladi Mark IIs because I mistakenly said earlier that these ships are used on Teladi Mark IIIs, which they're not. And upon further investigation, medium ships do not use Teladi Mark III. They can totally use the Terran Mark III, but not the Teladi Mark III. How this is set up, we've got the bolts, thermal disintegrators. Let's go after those ends. This guy's a little slow. I forgot to mention that. He's a Teladi ship, so I guess it's kind of,
Entering system. Family took her.
Yeah, he went so slow that the ships are now on this side. Wow. What a bus. Oh, hey, look, they're coming up. So let's pull out of that. Let's go here, and... looks like the turrets are sticking to the one on the right. What? They just chickened me. Alright, here we go. Very similar. Alright, he is done. He is done. We're moving on to the next one. Oh, that was a hit and a half. Our turrets are still focused. He is zooming. Boom. Where's the third? Oh, he is down below. There he is. And the turret's opening up again. And that is all 4 turrets. And he's dead. That was all 4 turrets. The Peregrine. Didn't do, well, probably did roughly the same as the Minotaur. It is just a better looking ship, though. It is slow. We are using the... Oh, you know what? We never changed this guy's engines, did we? That is Teladi travel engines? Is that right? Teladi all-round engines. So with this guy, let's see how fast he could have been going. This is the Vanguard. 440. 440. So how can we go? We're what, in the Mark 1. 223. 223. 440. He is quick then. He is a little quick boy with the right engines. Silly me. Silly me. And then we've got the Teladi Mark II still on him, don't we? Oh, hello. I forgot. We do. The Teladi Mark II. So this guy could have been better equipped. Surprise, surprise. But he held out. And again, just look at this. Just look at this interior. If you... I mean, I don't see any other ships. I mean, any other ships. Maybe the... in the Tides of Avarice ships. That are so...
Peregrine, Vanguard.
I feel like they're more realistic, right? I feel like this is a more realistic expectation of what to expect in a cockpit sometime in the future. But this is gonna be it's gonna be the Peregrine. And look at this cockpit. Just another one of these. This has to be, you know, what it would look like, you know, tubes hanging from whatnot, and, you know, yellow on the screens.
Osprey, Vanguard.
But that's right. This is the flying brick. Yep, it is a brick. If you've never taken the time to look at the Osprey, let's take right now. That's a brick. Look at that. That is... Hey, we got the right engines on this one. Wrong shields. And look at that. Look how... Ugh. It's hideous, but the cockpit is so nice. I do like the weird little tail fins that the Osprey and the Peregrine have. I do like the look of the ship. It is a brick. This is probably going to be the slowest one. We're at 214, slowest one out of the bunch. We do have the thermal disintegrators, and we have a split beam. That's probably the back turret. Again, for missile defense. But let's speed this on up. Let's get into the combat. Let's take on those ends. The Peregrine did surprise me. Well, okay, maybe I surprised myself because I never changed out its engines and it was still able to hold up. The Teladi Mark II shields have been doing pretty decent. We've gotten roughly about half, maybe a little slightly less than halfway with the shields. I think the Peregrine got the lowest. Oh, look at that turn. We just hit... Oh my gosh.
Entering system. Family took her.
Oh, I can't wait for this thing to try to stop. Wow. And here we go. We don't have any turrets on the bottom. We gotta beware of the... Oh my gosh, this thing is a brick. And, yeah. I'm surprised me hitting you didn't kill you. We're just gonna backpedal. Fight a little bit. Boom. I'm going to continue to backpedal. Can I face this in a way? And boom. You know what? That was actually faster than I thought. The shields did get taken a lot more. Or maybe at the same rate as the Peregrine. Now again, we do have Teladi Mark IIs on these. Which is a factor, but just look at this monstrosity. It's got 3 shield generators, which I think is the most out of its class, out of most of the medium ships, I think. But even with the similar, the Gorgon, Falx, Cerberus, I believe this one has the most. God, is it ugly and just unwieldy. That rotation speed, everything about that was just a lot. But this is the Offspray, the flying brick. All right, and one of the ships that probably was a lot of people's favorites is going to be
Nemesis, Vanguard.
Right, the Nemesis.
Greetings.
So, now how we have him set up, let's take a look now. We do have a mass driver, and then we do have some split armaments. We've got 2 turrets on the top. We got the split engines, shields, Teladi Mark II. I am surprising myself wholeheartedly this time. We got a Mass Driver Mark II for the beam, the turrets, thermal disintegrators for the bleed through. Let us get in there and take on those M's. Now, the Mass Driver should be on a gimbal. It's not going to be like the Jihan beam, which is not. Because, why? I don't know.
Entering system. Family took her.
All right. Oh, hey, I forgot. It's not on a gimbal. Yeah. Boom. When we line it up, let's rotate. When we line it up, it works. But where is that guy? Oh, and he's gone. Yeah, so the Mass Driver, totally forgot, not even gonna lie. I don't use it very often. It's not the Bison Lance. The Mass Driver does zoom in for that sniper effect. So actually, let's get rid of Let's get rid of the other noise. But yeah, look, see? I can zoom in, and boom! Just missed that guy. He is zooming on out, isn't he? But this is the Nemesis, and this ship used to be, before a lot of the major, you know, the DLCs and everything, this used to be one of those ships that you would have as your out-of-sector fleet with mass drivers, because mass drivers used to be that one weapon that could just delete ships. I haven't used beam weapons on out-of-sector ships very often. This is the wrong... There we go. But it would be... I'm not sure if it is still that weapon. I don't believe it is. As far as what I've used things for the algorithm that's 100% hit chance, which beams should be. I don't know if there's been a change since 6.0. But what I've been doing in this universe is using the mortar, the blast mortar. I knew it was those two words. Honestly, didn't remember the order of those words. But the ship is a cool ship. The ship is very sleek. It's a nice ship. If you use this as a player ship, you also can't go wrong with it. It's got 5 forward guns. Your turrets are just 2. They do sit on the top, which you can use those for missile defense, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Put beams on that, missile defense, bzz, 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 no more missiles. This would be a good ship to have.
Entering system, Argus Ravine.
But this is the Nemesis. Alright, some time has passed between all the other ones and this last guy here. This is...
Gorgon.
That's
Vanguard.
right.
Hello.
Now, some time has passed, so we are going to have to deal with some extra threats, more than likely. But we are going to zoom out here. Now, the Gorgon is just like any of the other ships of the class, right? Those little frigates that can have, you know, the one-to-one, you know, one ship on the deck, one ship on the inside.
P.
We'll start with this P first, because this guy's not going to last very long, and we're going to have to bug out. Now, we do have 4 turrets. They are all on the top, so we need to keep as many of the enemy as we can, roughly, on the top of our ship. That's where we're going to have a lot of the firepower, and as you can see, there we go. Let's hit this M, if I can tag him. Backing up. Let's go forward. We are in the midst of this. Yes, look at this. Let's hit for this guy real quick. We are kind of speedy. That guy's gonna die, so let's actually bug out. And while we do this, let's throw in a roll real quick, and then go at an angle in case my turrets can get him. And once we get to safety, we'll actually take a look at the ship. Yep, yeah, he's gone. Oh gosh. Yeah, we're a pretty quick boy. Maybe not quick enough. Let's deploy some static defense just to allow us to get away real quick. We might come back for those. Maybe. Probably not. Let's turn to another roll. And let's actually travel mode this out. Oh no, I can't roll. Okay. Look at the station. Actually, anyway, as we go to travel mode, let's take a look at the ship. Now, this is set up just like all the others with the split. Oh, sorry. with the split bolts up top and the thermal disintegrators. And look, they just lowered. Now, this ship used to be that ship that you put on your Odysseus, right? That's actually a pretty quick stop. Oh gosh, opposed to some of the other ships. But this used to be the ship that you would put on your Odysseus to give it some extra turrets. We need to... Oh my gosh. Come on, Teladi, what are you doing? Oh no, we're gonna die in this guy.
Emergency eject successful.
And there we go. Well, the Gorgon was the ship to put on your... Now they start shooting. Oh, gosh, lizards. The Gorgon was the ship to put on your Odysseus because of those 4 turrets on the top. Gave the back of your Odysseus and the top of your Odysseus that extra firepower to go on. And well, with the advent of the Terrans and now the Boron, now you do have some better ships. If you are running the Odysseus, which is actually a good ship, it's still a good ship to put, but you have the Terran, the Terran Jihan and the Boron Thresher, which do have more turrets to use. But that one was a lot of fun. I'll see you in the next one. All right, in here is the next one. Now, some time has passed within the universe. I am waiting on the Cobra to get here, but this is the Dragon Raider. There is a dragon also on approach. I think that's the gate that I need. Nope. It's that gate. I knew it was a lot closer. There is also a dragon on approach with the Cobra. There are small differences between the 2 ships. Let's take a look now. So we'll go Raider, Mark III, Mark III. And then, where are you, Dragon? Mark III. Mark III. Alright, well you can see that the hull of the Dragon Raider is significantly less than the Dragon. However, its speed is significantly more. Actually, everything that it does is just slightly better. Storage is less, 1 less crew, and less missiles. So, they will...
Entering system. Family took her.
Greetings. No surrender.
Okay.
Split fight.
I tried. So we do have to now go in terms of a fight look, which we will find one right here. And let's go. So while we wait, let's take a look at this ship. We've got the split turrets at the top. We have, this is decked out with the thermals, all 6 thermals. I love the look of the Dragon. I love the arrowhead design. All split ships are really aggressive. I really like them. We are catching up on these guys real quick. We have some time. Up, all thermals, the bolt. And here we go. Let's dive down a little bit. We are going to be punching above our weight a little bit. There are a number of craft here, but we should be able to make short work of them. So at least go through the paces. We'll go for this guy first. Boom. He's zipped out. Oh, look at that. And he's dead. And he's dead. Next one. We'll go for this M. Oh, that guy looked closer. Oh my gosh. Our turning could be a little better. Turrets could actually pick him off. Nope, and he's gone. Alright, let's move on. We'll hit this guy. Backpedal, backpedal. Oh, he is hurting bad. He's coming for me. Oh, that is a P. We were shooting the P and not the N at that one point. Oh, our shields are gone.
P.
Short work, short work.
P.
Nope, we don't want you.
M.
We'll go for this guy. Now, the one downside about the Dragon and Dragon Raider is it does only have one shield. But the amount of firepower it pulls out is worth it. Let's kind of roll a little bit. He should be dead. He should be dead. Who is shooting me? It's this guy. He is going to boost away. He's going to try to boost away. Oh, look at that bleed through. That bleed through is nice. He cannot boost away anymore. He slowed down a little too late there. Come on, let's get him. Boom. Oh, hello. We are looking at our top angle now.
M.
We can bleed through his shield and probably through his hull. Boom, there we go.
M.
And there goes our last M. Let's get in here. Oh no, don't shoot him.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I do apologize. And he's dead. With help from the Teladi. Little lizard go. Alright. This was the Dragon Raider. Now, with a little heavier hitting like plasmas for the front, you can take down ships in a lot quicker time. Again, the plasmas are going to be a little slower. You want to might be, you know, closer to your enemy, but you can take them down a lot faster. Now, the normal Dragon would be sufficient enough, and it has some hull to really kind of compensate for the close quarters that you can get into, or if it's an out-of-sector fleet, what your out-of-sector fleet can get into. But the Raider did just fine there on his own, as we were the pilot. That's a K. That's the carcass of a K over there. But this was the Dragon Raider. All right. So some time has passed. We did lose the target ships, the enemy. We will have to go looking for a fight, but we are in the Dragon. Now, there are differences between the Dragon and the Raider. Now, there has been some time since I actually did the Dragon Raider, which you'll see, because this came after that. But let's get in there. Now, this one does have some heavier hitting weapons. We do have... Nope, wrong one. We do have plasmas and then thermal disintegrators. The plasmas are really going to be there to hit home, strike true, and hopefully destroy the target in one pass. Now, it's not always going to hit, which we saw with the Hydra. Didn't always hit. Let's attack all enemies here. But let's go. Now,
system. Family took her.
That's a T. That's not going to give us much of a fight. So we need to... That's another T. They are pulling ships out of here. Why? Where are there other ships? Where? You know what? Let's kick it this way. Oh, is that a Xenon station? Is that 2 Xenon stations? That's a... That right there. That right there? That is a Warfare shipyard right there. And I don't think that is going to be... Yep. Yep, 2 Xenon stations. Oh my gosh. This time, this playthrough has been surprising. Oh, M's. Surprising to say the least for Xenon development and deployment. I have not expected them to place shipyards, wharfs in other sectors that have not been their own, like they have been doing. They have been very aggressive, and it's a little worrisome. But let's take a look at the Dragon. We do got the split bolts, and again the turrets on the bottom. Well, not turrets, the weapons on the bottom, which again should give us that first strike, first kill. We hope. Let's get in here. We will have 3, just like we had with the N's. M's are a little tougher. Alright, let's kick back. Let's kick it. Alright. Total misses. Total misses. Dead. Look at that. That was just nice. Where are you going? I'll worry about him earlier. Let's get the turrets on the top here so they can attack him. Wow, I am... Oh, he's dead now. Thank you. Bleed through. Nope, don't want the container. I need this guy. Now, we are all out of the plasmas for now. We are going to backtrack. We're going to fight this guy. He's going to run into us. And he's dead. This was a lot faster than the Raider, of course. We did surprisingly well with the plasma weapons. Now, the differences, again, between the Raider and the Dragon is going to be within speed and hull. That is significantly a lot more faster than 641. The hull on the Dragon does mean it can last through some firefights a little longer than the Raider. Again, they only have 1 shield slot, so that hull can be crucial. It can be. But this guy did his job. He did. Let's take one last look at him here. This is the Dragon. Oh, and he's only got a split, their basic split engine here. So, what is my cruise? What is my cruising speed with that? 452. Not bad, really. Not bad. But this was the Dragon. And alas, we come to the final ship. One of my favorite ships. I love this cockpit. I love the red hue. I love almost everything about this ship.
Cobra.
That's right, the Cobra.
Hello.
I like how it narrows. This ship is great. There we go. There's the gate. Now, we do have a Bison Lance on this. So let's take a look at it while we're going. We've got the bolts. We've got the Bison Lance and then the thermal disintegrators. This ship. We only have, because, you know, past me wasn't as careful as present me, but present me wasn't as careful as future me will be. We only have... We have the basic engines for this guy. So, how I would typically have this ship... Come here, Cobra. Is the Split Mark III, 670. Now, if we hit the Mark IV, you're at 705. But the Mark IV are like $7 million, right? Or credits. So we should have the shields there. But this ship is one of my favorites because of what I said earlier. I love to be able to use this ship to capture other ships and then, you know, put them on top, take them out, get them refit, get them rearmed, and add them to the fleet. I like where the cockpit is. It is above the guns. It is on a little neck. It's very Split-esque with the angles and everything. This is one of my favorite ships. But let's get in here. Let's go for those guys.
Entering
We were
system.
headed
Family
this
Tucker.
way. For... Yes.
M.
The M's. Which is actually down here. Now, the Bison Lance does not zoom in like the Mass Driver, which is totally fine. I'm not a big fan of the zoom in. We do need to put these on attack all enemies. We'll put the Bison there in case we need to. We won't need to. But the Cobra is a great ship. Not only does it have the utility of the other M-class of its same, you know, design, but it holds Marines. It can. If you need a ship to be able to hold Marines, pirate these from Zyarth. Or if you're friendly with Zyarth, buy them from Zyarth. You might have to go in and provide some wares so the ship can be made, or, you know, if you don't care, you don't want to wait, go ahead, pirate them. Because, what? It's... Yeah, I know, I'm stopping. Ship info... 25. You can have 25 Marines on this ship, which is roughly the most outside of other medium class that is, or M class, that is a trader. Because traders, you can also have 20 or so crew. Oh, look at that hit. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he bumped me. One dead. Oh, he is no shields. I don't believe I'll be able to hit him with the Bison. Nope. Bison's not on a gimbal, which is totally fine. And where's that last guy? Where is he?
N.
Now, if the Bison does get... Nope, we won't be able to do it. Let's speed up for him. And he's gone. And he's gone. That is it. That is the Cobra. This ship is one of my favorites. It is great. It's durable. It's everything that I could want. And then it has the utility of being extra. Now, yep, can't see that, but that's got to be a wharf, which we will have to come in and destroy at one point. Well, let's get going back towards that gate, and let's give this guy one last walk around. Look at that. The Cobra. All right, let's recap. Now, we do have all of our little boys here. The one we did not fly, and the one that's actually missing is the Dragon Raider, which would have been grouped right here. The one we did not fly, again, is this guy. It's a Nemesis. It's going to perform like a Nemesis. He's just slightly faster. This is not a ship that you can get on the regular unless you do the story. Unless you make those decisions, and then you can purchase. All the rest of these are ones that you can purchase, from the Dragon Raider all the way to the Cobra. All of these at level 10 rep you can purchase through your factions. With that being said, let's take a look at the enemies that we did face today. We faced the M, the N, and the P. Now, I kitted these out because there's only one kit the can do. Now, the M is fast. It is slightly hulled. These are the stats for those common enemies. And these, the Ps, typically, if not always, are kitted to the fullest. Now, you do see capital ships that don't get kitted fully, but the Xenon are the exception. I don't think I've ever seen a Xenon ship not kitted out to the maximum potential. They only have one set of weapons, shields, engines. That's it. That's all they can use. But the most dangerous one was the P. The P does have 2 forward-facing guns, which we can see here. It's got the turrets, one on the bottom, one on the top, which makes the frontal very dangerous. It's got its engines, it's got its. Did you hear what I said there? It's got its. And then it has its shields. The P is one of the most dangerous ships you can face in S and M class ships, but they are easily overcome. You can do it pretty easily, as we saw earlier. Now, for these ships will be some of them will be rekitted. The Dragon Raider is going to be rekitted, but they will be rekitted and repurposed within the fleet. But this is going to be Skillet signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like this, if you like the setup, how this was, even though it's time consuming, comment, like, let me know. Because if you do, all I have is time, right? That's all any of us have is time. We can do more. But this is going to be Skillet signing out. I will see you guys again.